Welcome to the channel, Coin Lovers. Today we're taking a look at the top 4 rare United States of America 5-cent coins that collectors are always hoping to find. These nickels appear in many different conditions and mint marks, and each small detail can greatly affect their value. From scarce early Jefferson and Buffalo designs to unique mint errors and hard-to-find varieties, these 5-cent coins continue to stand out as some of the most exciting discoveries in the world of numismatics. Check your own nickels carefully. You might be holding a hidden treasure without even realizing it. Let's get started. First up, the United States of America 5-cent coin from 1958, carrying the D mint mark and found in very fine condition. This coin is part of the well-known Jefferson nickel series, which began in 1938 and continues to be one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. The 1958 nickel represents an important era in mid-20th century American coinage, capturing the design, style, and minting practices of that time. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the third president of the United States. His profile faces left, and the detail in his hair and facial features is still visible in this very fine example. Above Jefferson's portrait, the motto "In God We Trust" is inscribed clearly. To the left side, we see Liberty, followed by the year 1958, representing a time when nickels were made with high craftsmanship and durability. The reverse side of the coin features the famous Monticello building, Jefferson's home located in Virginia. The design includes stunning architectural details that have made this series iconic for collectors over many decades. Below Monticello, the word Monticello is written, followed by the denomination 5 cents. Under that, the inscription United States of America proudly identifies the coin as part of the U.S. currency system. One of the most important elements of this coin is the D mint mark, which tells us it was minted at the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint produced a large number of nickels in the 1950s, but collectors still appreciate the D mark because it helps trace the history and origin of the coin. In very fine condition, a 1958 D nickel retains strong detail in Jefferson's hair, Monticello structure, and the lettering around the coin. There is light where visible, but the major design elements remain sharp and attractive. Collectors value coins in very fine condition because they strike the perfect balance between affordability and beauty. They show clear details while still having the authentic look of a circulated coin with history behind it. This specific 1958 D nickel may show small signs of wear due to circulation, but the smooth surfaces and readable details make it ideal for hobbyists building a mid-century nickel collection. The coin has a weight of 5 grams and is made of a copper-nickel alloy, giving it durability and resistance to corrosion. This composition has been used for many years because it withstands long-term use extremely well. Many collectors enjoy studying Jefferson nickels because the series offers opportunities to explore mint marks, die varieties, and historical minting differences between years. The 1958 D is a strong example of the craftsmanship of that time. During the late 1950s, the U.S. Mint was transitioning into more modern minting technologies. Coins like this showcase clean strikes, consistent lettering, and reliable production quality, which we can still see today in very fine examples. This coin is also popular among collectors who aim to complete full Jefferson nickel albums from 1938 onward. The 1958 D is a key piece for completing any mid-century section of the collection. While the coin is not extremely rare, its condition is what makes it valuable to those who appreciate sharp details and historical character. Very fine condition nickels remain popular for both beginners and experienced collectors. Some collectors also look for errors in this year's minting, including die cracks, doubling, or weakness in the Monticello lines. Even minor errors can make a circulated or very fine coin more interesting and desirable. This nickel represents an important time in American history, when coins were heavily used in everyday transactions and still maintained impressive durability. Every mark on the surface reflects years of movement through the economy. The Jefferson design has remained consistent for many years, and coins like this 1958 D help collectors appreciate how the style has evolved over time through different minting periods. If you have a 1958 D nickel in very fine condition, it is worth preserving carefully. Avoid polishing, store it in a protective holder, and handle it gently to maintain the remaining details. For collectors building a complete Jefferson nickel timeline, this coin is a meaningful addition. Its design, history, and condition make it a standout piece in the late 1950s era. Coins like this remind us how U.S. currency connects people to the past. Every preserved detail on the Jefferson nickel represents the craftsmanship and pride of American minting. Next up, the United States of America 5-cent coin from 1941 without a mint mark, found in very fine condition. This 1941 nickel belongs to the famous Jefferson nickel series, a collection that has been produced for many decades and remains one of the most recognized coin designs in American coinage. Even today, collectors look for early-year examples like this one to complete their sets. The obverse side of this coin features the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the founding father who served as the third president of the United States. His portrait was designed to honor his role in shaping the country's early history and democratic foundation. Around Jefferson's profile, the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty" appear clearly, followed by the year 1941, which marks a time of global tension just before the United States entered World War II. This makes the 1941 nickel historically meaningful. Because the coin has no mint mark, it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1941, Philadelphia produced a large quantity of nickels, but collectors still value these coins for their age and the strong design details that remain visible today. In very fine condition, this coin shows moderate but even wear across Jefferson's hair, cheek, and coat. The details are still clearly visible, and the lettering around the coin remains sharp and readable, adding to its collector appeal. Turning to the reverse side, the Monticello building stands proudly at the center, Jefferson's iconic home located in Virginia. Despite its age, the architectural lines of Monticello are still visible in this very fine example. The inscriptions, "Monticello, 5 cents," and "United States of America" remain legible, showing how well the coin has been preserved over more than 8 decades of existence. The coin was struck in the standard pre-war nickel composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a strong metallic appearance and long-term durability. This composition was used until the wartime silver nickels began in late 1942. The 1941 nickel is often appreciated by collectors who enjoy early Jefferson nickels because this period represents the final years before major wartime design and metal changes took place. This makes the coin historically significant for numismatics. Coins from this era traveled widely through the American economy, being used daily in shops, transportation, and wartime preparations. Every mark and bit of wear on this coin reflects real historical movement and real people from the past. In very fine condition, the Monticello steps may show light wear, but the structure is still recognizable. Collectors often look closely at the steps to evaluate condition, and this coin maintains enough detail to appeal to mid-level collectors. Early 1940s Jefferson nickels are also popular for error collectors, as some examples show doubling, die cracks, or weaker strikes. Even though not all coins have errors, checking for these variations adds to the excitement of coin collecting. The 1941 no-mint mark nickel has become a staple for many Jefferson nickel albums. Its age, combined with its availability, allows collectors to find attractive examples like this one without needing a large budget. Very fine condition coins strike a balance between affordability and historical detail, making them perfect for collectors who appreciate well-preserved circulated coins. This 1941 nickel offers exactly that. The metal surface of the coin may show light smoothing, but the raised features like letters and architectural lines still stand out clearly, showing the strong minting quality of the Philadelphia Mint during this era. Many collectors find that holding a coin from 1941 feels like holding a piece of pre-war America. It connects you to a time when the country was just beginning to prepare for major changes that would shape the decades to come. This coin also helps collectors understand the evolution of the Jefferson nickel design. Subtle differences in strike quality, wear patterns, and engraving can be compared with other years to tell a bigger numismatic story. Storing this coin properly is important if you want to preserve its attractive, very fine appearance. A soft plastic holder or coin flip can protect it from accidental scratching or discoloration. Collectors who seek a complete Jefferson nickel timeline from 1938 onward value this coin as a necessary early series example. It is one of the coins that anchors the early years before wartime issues and later modernizations. Its age and condition provide a blend of charm and authenticity, reminding us of a time when nickel coins circulated constantly and were a key part of everyday American life. Coins like this help keep history alive for collectors, showing how currency, design, and craftsmanship work together to create pieces that last for generations. Next up, the United States of America 5 cents coin from 1985 with the P mint mark, found in circulated condition. This 1985 Jefferson nickel may not be extremely old, but it represents a very interesting period in American coin history, a time when millions of these coins were moving through everyday commerce across the country. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the main author of the Declaration of Independence. Even in circulated condition, this portrait remains recognizable and meaningful to collectors. On the left side of Jefferson's profile, the phrase, "In God We Trust," appears clearly, reflecting one of the long-standing mottos found on most U.S. coins. On the right side, "Liberty," and the year 1985 mark the coin's production date. Right next to the year, you'll find the P mint mark, which signifies that this coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. This mint remains one of the largest and oldest minting facilities in the United States, and circulated condition, you can expect to see signs of everyday use, including small scratches, worn edges, duller surfaces, and softening of some details in Jefferson's hair and clothing. These marks tell the story of the coin's long journey through countless hands. Despite the circulation wear, the major design elements remain intact, showing the durability of the copper-nickel alloy used in Jefferson nickels since 1946. This blend of 75% copper and 25% nickel gave the coin strength and longevity. Turning the coin over, you'll see the reverse side featuring Thomas Jefferson's mansion, Monticello. This iconic building has been the centerpiece of the Jefferson nickel design for decades and remains a favorite among collectors. Even in circulated condition, the shape of the building, the dome, and the architectural structure are visible, though there may be some smoothing or weakening of the finer details such as the steps or windows. Below the image of Monticello, the denomination 5 cents is stamped, and beneath that, the inscription United States of America appears, still readable in most circulated examples of this 1985 nickel. The top of the reverse features the motto E pluribus unum, which means out of many, one, symbolizing unity within the United States. Even circulation wear usually does not completely erase this inscription. Coins like the 1985 P nickel are still widely collected because they serve as accessible entry points for new collectors. They offer a great way to learn coin grading, mint marks, and the different stages of wear. Collectors often examine circulated coins for minting errors or die varieties. Even though this coin is from a more recent era, some examples can show interesting die cracks, doubling, or misalignments that make them stand out. The 1980s were a time of massive coin production in the United States, and nickels from this era played a huge role in day-to-day transactions. This coin may have traveled through grocery stores, gas stations, schools, and countless pockets before ending up in a collection. Circulated condition coins may lack the sharpness of uncirculated examples, but they carry a different kind of value. They show their age and experience, making them authentic pieces of everyday American life. This 1985 P nickel still represents strong minting quality despite its wear. The Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of nickels that year, and many remain in circulation even today. Collectors appreciate circulated coins when building date and mint mark sets. They are affordable, easy to find, and allow you to assemble a complete timeline of the Jefferson nickel series without spending a lot of money. The durability of the copper-nickel alloy means that even after decades of circulation, the coin still maintains its shape and key details. This long-lasting metal composition is one reason the Jefferson nickel design has remained popular for so many years. Holding this coin lets you connect with the era it came from, a time before smartphones, before digital payments, and before modern designs entered circulation. It is a reminder of how physical coins carried everyday economic activity. Even with circulation wear, the 1985 nickel can still be a great addition to any growing coin collection, especially for collectors who enjoy coins that have seen real-world use. Storage is important for circulated coins too. A simple coin flip or protective holder can help preserve the remaining details and prevent further wear from handling. Many collectors enjoy adding multiple grades of the same coin to compare condition levels. Having a circulated 1985 P nickel allows you to see how wear affects different parts of the design over time. This coin may be simple, but simplicity does not reduce its charm. It remains a well-loved part of the Jefferson series and continues to be a coin people recognize and appreciate. Next up, the United States of America 5 cents coin from 1956 with the D mint mark, found in dirty and well-used condition. This 1956 Jefferson nickel carries decades of history, showing the journey it has taken through countless hands, pockets, cash registers, and everyday transactions since the mid-1950s. The obverse of the coin displays the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, and even though the coin is dirty, the outline of Jefferson's face and profile still remains visible. Above the portrait, the motto "In God We Trust" can still be identified, although dirt and wear may soften some of the lettering, giving the coin a rugged, aged appearance. To the right of Jefferson's portrait, you can see the word Liberty, followed by the date 1956, marking this coin as one of the mid-century members of the Jefferson nickel series. Next to the date is the D mint mark, which signifies that this coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the most active and productive mints in the United States during the 1950s. Because the coin is in dirty condition, some details may be harder to see clearly, including Jefferson's hair, cheek contours, and parts of the lettering near the rim, but these imperfections add character and reflect its long life in circulation. The metal composition of the coin is the traditional 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy, which provides strength and durability, making it capable of surviving many years of handling. Turning to the reverse side, the centerpiece is Monticello, the historic home of Thomas Jefferson, and even though dirt may cover parts of the building, the structure remains recognizable to collectors. Above Monticello, the motto E pluribus unum appears, although in heavily circulated or dirty coins, the top lettering can sometimes be partially faded or filled with grime. Below the building, the text Monticello is stamped, followed by the denomination 5 cents, which may also show wear from years of use and exposure. The bottom edge, the phrase United States of America wraps across the reverse, still readable but often softened due to circulation and dirt buildup over time. A coin from 1956 has traveled through more than 6 decades of American life, making it a small but meaningful historical object that connects us to a different era of the United States. Dirty condition coins may not look glamorous, but they offer a real glimpse into the past, showing the true life of a circulating coin rather than a pristine collectible stored away from the world. Collectors often examine dirty coins carefully because sometimes cleaning a coin can lower its value, so most numismatists prefer to keep the coin exactly as it is found. Even in dirty condition, the 1956 D nickel holds interest for collectors who enjoy assembling date and mint mark sets, especially those focused on mid-century Jefferson nickels. The dirt on the surface can also highlight the deeper grooves and design elements that remain intact, creating an aged contrast that many collectors appreciate visually. This coin may have passed through old stores, diners, gas stations, schools, or even traveled across states before reaching your collection, making its history rich even without knowing every detail. The Denver Mint produced a large number of nickels in the 1950s, and this 1956 example continues to serve as a reminder of the Mint's consistent production quality during that time. Storing the coin properly, even in dirty condition, can help preserve the remaining details and prevent further environmental damage, ensuring the coin remains stable over time. A dirty condition coin also gives beginners a chance to learn how to evaluate wear, grime, and natural toning without risking the value loss that can come from cleaning. With every scratch, stain, and worn area, this 1956 D nickel tells the story of its age, making it more than just a piece of metal. It becomes a historical artifact from mid-20th century America. Even though it's not a high-value coin in this condition, it still holds educational value for collectors and hobbyists who enjoy studying the evolution of design elements and minting quality. This coin may look simple, but its long journey, its dirty surfaces, and its decades of wear make it a genuine collectible piece for those who appreciate coins with history and character.